Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick little review, and then I'm also going to talk about who and why and should you purchase Chanel #1 de Chanel L'eau Rouge. So if you'd like to know what I think, then keep watching. Now, transparency purposes, I purchased this. This was not sent to me to review. I'm going to be doing a very quick review on this, but first things first, if you want a really good in-depth kind of, I would say, breakdown on what this line is in regards to beauty, skincare, and this fragrance, and also the sustainability of the packaging, check out essentially Jacob's review of this fragrance. I will link that below. And also Lola from Lola Scents gives a fantastic in-depth review of this fragrance. I agree with everything she says. The reason why I wanted to have you guys watch both of those videos and reviews is because I am going to be reviewing this, but I'm going to talk to you guys about something that they don't really touch on that I just think is worth mentioning with this fragrance specifically, as I'm hopping it like a bunny rabbit. So, #1 de Chanel L'eau Rouge. What is this? There's been a debate. Let's just assume this is a very expensive body mist. This is $110 for 3.4 ounces of Chanel's new fragrance because it was released on January 5th. This is a brand new smell. This isn't a flanker. This was inspired by the Camellia. If anyone has any experience with Chanel or any prior knowledge of the brand, Camellia is definitely something that's very iconic to the brand. And I think this is gorgeous, but I do have things to say about this fragrance. So first, we're not going to go super breaking down the notes. I don't think we really need to. This does have a lot of beautiful citruses in it. It has some gorgeous florals. You have rose, jasmine, there's iris in there, and there's red berries in here that have this perfect balance of tartness and juicy fruitiness. And I would say that these all come together to create this very mature, sophisticated, and glamorous, but also very effortless scent. It smells really beautiful. Now, the reason why that there is kind of a debate on what this is because it's not really defined. It's part of this lineup of skincare, beauty, and this fragrance, and some people say it should be the first part of the ritual. You wake up, you spray this fragrance, you do your skincare, you do your makeup, you go about your day, or it's your last, step after you do all that. You spray it, you go about your day. Do you spray your whole body? Do you spray your neck? Do you breathe it in? Do you spray your hair? I mean, there's so many different ways that people have thought, how do I wear this? But it seems to be that this is a body mist, so it's a spray that you spray, and it's supposed to be invigorating, and it's almost designed not just as like a quote-unquote body mist, but almost as a ritual to start your day. This smells like something that kind of like lifts your mood, but also smells very glamorous, very iconic, and also very mature. As a body mist, this is a very mature smelling fragrance, but it doesn't smell dated. Again, this smells like the most glamorous of marshmallows you will ever smell. There's a sweetness and a softness to this fragrance that I really enjoy. I do enjoy the juxtaposition between the tartness and the juiciness of the berries, and the florals in here are very soft and sweet, and they don't overpower in any way. The citrus in this adds more of a rounded softness and a little bit of a brightness, and there's no sharpness in this at all. It's really very beautiful. Now, this has a very kind of soft atomizer, and normally I don't care about atomizers, unless they're really, really bad, but for $110 for a body mist, I'm gonna care about an atomizer. And this atomizer really kind of deposits the fragrance on your whole body. So like with one spray, you can kind of get your whole arm if you kind of spray like one spray. So you actually can get pretty good coverage. You don't have to completely drench yourself. Now, the one gripe I have about this scent is that it doesn't really have good longevity. I don't know if it's supposed to have crazy longevity. Like Coco Mademoiselle L'Eau Privé, that's designed as a bedtime ritual, and do remember that word ritual. We're going to be getting into that in a few minutes. That was designed to wear to bed, so it wasn't designed to be long lasting. So since this is kind of like a daytime ritual, I'm wondering if this is supposed to be kind of like a get up and start your day kind of scent and not an all day affair. So maybe this is kind of like you wear it to brunch, you go out, you come back, and then you wear something else, as you go about your day. I will say I get maybe 4 hours on my skin. Now this is more of a discreet projection, about 2 to 3 feet, I'd say arm's length. If I had had this when I filmed my top 10 beautiful discreet fragrances, this would have been on this list. This is an absolutely gorgeous fragrance, just the way it smells. I'm really digging. It smells, again, just really special, very perfect, very easy to wear, but at the same time, there's something really extra special about this. And I really just love the balance between the tartness and the juiciness of the berries. Now, this does smell kind of more mainstream, crowd pleasing, but I expect that from Chanel. This does have that kind of beautiful, effortless kind of Chanel DNA, that kind of iconic, you smell it and it does smell like something that would be released from Chanel. Some Chanel fragrances that have been released, they smell more think tanky. This one doesn't. There's just something about it that just smells just beautiful. I really like it. I really do. And I think capturing the camellia in a fragrance, this is super successful. So as a scent, not as a body mist, but as a smell, I do think that this is really, really gorgeous. And if you are a Chanel collector, I think that this is something that is worth checking out. So now that I've reviewed it, I really like it, I'm happy with my purchase, I'm gonna talk to you guys about what I think about this. And first things is we're gonna go back to the ritual. So when Coco Mademoiselle L'eau Privé came out, it was marketed as a nighttime ritual. And what I've noticed is I think that there's some marketing with fragrance houses to try and sell more things. Surprise, surprise. And as long as it's done successfully and smartly and not lazy, I don't care. I think that consumers out there are very intelligent, and I think that a lot of people understand when it is lazy marketing or if it's just something interesting and cool. And you know what? I have a few extra bucks to spend, why not? And with L'eau Privé, for me, that was something I purchased because I'm a Chanel collector, and I understood that that is not going to be for everybody. That is not a necessity for everybody, but that is something that could be very special for a Chanel collector or for somebody who loves Chanel as a special gift. So L'eau Privé to me is not something that you buy for yourself unless you're a collector, or if you know somebody that has everything Chanel and you want to get them something extra special, that's what that is. And what I like about that is I like the idea of fragrance as a ritual for self-care, for self-love, for yourself. I've always been very interested in the ritual behind scent. And obviously there's the more spiritualistic, historical, cultural ritual of fragrance. And I'm not saying that the Coco Mademoiselle L'eau Privé is anything like the historical, cultural, or spiritual rituals of fragrance. But when it comes down to taking care of yourself, especially in this pandemic, when a lot of people are kind of hanging on for dear life, I think if you can find comfort and solace and happiness in just treating yourself to something special, that's something that brings you joy and brings you happiness and just you look forward to, then go for it. And so going into this, first things first is this to me is kind of like the morning ritual. So you're paying for the Chanel name. Like L'eau Privé, Coco Mademoiselle, you could obviously wear, if you have Coco Mademoiselle, you could obviously wear that at night. But it's gonna last all night. It's not gonna go away after a few minutes. But again, the ritual of the nighttime, bedtime scent, having that special bottle that you have by your bed, again, it's something special for you, a special gift, special meaning, Having, sorry, didn't mean to kick that. Having the special morning ritual. So you have your skincare routine. If you do, that's fine. It's up to anybody if they have that. But if you have your morning ritual, whatever it is, if it's just waking up and changing clothes, if it's having a 14-step skincare routine, whatever it is, if you like the idea of having an extra kind of body care step of having a special body spray that smells really nice, I think that this could be very special if you like Chanel and you like the way this smells. Now, I think that this smells very feminine, obviously, and I think that this smells a bit on the mature side, but not dated. So dated smells to me, and I think that that's where this is going to be something where do you purchase it or do you not purchase it? Because it's not just a Chanel perfume. It's supposed to be a little bit more than that. So for me, this isn't just buying it because it's new Chanel. It's like another step that you do in the morning or in the day to treat yourself. And because this doesn't last on the skin all day, this probably wouldn't be the smartest choice for somebody who likes to wear a fragrance to work and then go out and have that fragrance last. So this would be more of like a daytime ritual for somebody who probably would reapply their scent or bring a fragrance with them to work if they were going out. So this would be like a conscious choice as a more, in my opinion, like more of an experience that you kind of treat yourself in the morning rather than just this is my body mist. Because from what I've noticed, most of the body mists that I have, the really cheap ones to the more pricey ones, they have fantastic lasting power. This one doesn't. So that's kind of like why I'm on the fence about this. It's not that it doesn't smell good, not that it doesn't have a great atomizer. It's just the longevity of this kind of makes me feel like there's something about it that's obviously it's like natural and clean and different, but for the price point and for the marketing, it needed one extra thing. But if you're looking to kind of treat yourself to something as a morning ritual, as self-care, as self-love, if you love Chanel and you want something beautiful, this is great. Also, again, like L'eau Privé, if you know somebody who loves Chanel, who has everything, and you want to get them something different, this is great. As a new fragrance that Chanel hasn't released before, as a new smell from Chanel, I'm sorry, this is great. So overall, my review of No. 1 Day Chanel L'eau Rouge is very positive. I think it's very beautiful. I think it smells, again, I feel like I'm a parrot. It smells very glamorous, sophisticated, mature, but also very effortless. And I like it, I do. Do I think it's overpriced? That's a different question. I really don't think that it's overpriced, but I also do. I think that the smell of it, if I were to close my eyes, like I said, it smells like something that could easily be an upscale designer fragrance, like from Chanel. But the fact that it is marketed as a body mist and the fact that it performs very poorly is the only reason why I'm saying that this is overpriced. That's it. I think that if it performed better in regards to longevity, like if it lasted like 4 to 6 hours, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I can see $110. It's a perfume from Chanel. Absolutely. Of course you're paying for the name, but that's about what Chanel fragrances cost. But I think because it doesn't perform that well as a body mist, I do think it's a little bit overpriced. But at the end of the day, I'm very happy with it. I think it's very beautiful. I have enjoyed wearing it. So that is my review. I know it's a little bit convoluted, definitely, but I did want to talk a little bit about my thoughts for this scent. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's mature. It's not for everybody, but I think that if you like the idea of a ritualistic fragrance experience in the morning, something that smells very pretty, this is excellent. And if you want to add a new Chanel fragrance to your collection, or if you want to gift somebody the scent of Chanel and they have most everything from Chanel, this is excellent too. So that is my review of No. 1 Day Chanel L'eau Rouge. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.